next news. Breaking news from the White House.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. Gary Franchi here. I'm at the White House. Now, I may have an Italian last name, but trust me, the Irish half of me is celebrating today. But while President Trump is honoring 250 years of Irish American heritage at the Capitol, the woke left is literally erasing Irish culture in Ireland itself. I'm about to show you the video that proves it. And what the president just said about the Declaration of Independence, the left is going to lose it. Now, look. This isn't just about wearing green and drinking Guinness. This is about heritage. This is about faith. This is about the very foundation of Western civilization. The Irish people helped build this country. They signed our Declaration of Independence. They printed it. They read it aloud to the American people for the first time. And now the globalist left wants to memory hole all of it. They want to replace centuries of tradition with their diversity agenda, but not on Trump's watch. Today, you're going to see a president who actually honors history while the radical left tries to destroy it. And what Vice President Vance just did, it's going to remind you why we elected this ticket. And speaking of protecting American interests, there is a national security story that's developing right now that you need to hear. We're tracking a developing story out of Washington, one the legacy media does not want you to see. As Iran destabilizes the Middle East, the federal government just made a move that could reshape American security posture. Now, here's the truth. Our nuclear subs, our warheads, our next-gen power grid, all of it depends on uranium, and we import almost every single pound of it. This is not about energy independence. This is about survival, because a nation that can't power its own military does not control its own destiny. And that's why smart investors are watching domestic uranium companies very closely right now. One company positioning itself at the center of this shift is Atomic Minerals, trading as ATMMF in the United States and ATOM in Canada. Now, do your own research. There's a briefing that's been prepared for you, linked below. But understand this, when national security and investment opportunity intersect, patriots pay attention. Now, let's get back to what President Trump and Vice President Vance are doing to celebrate Irish American heritage. So President Trump, he's at the Friends of Ireland luncheon at the Capitol. And he just dropped a history lesson that every American needs to hear. Now, the fake news won't show you this, but we will. President Trump is talking about Irish American heritage. And what he reveals about our founding fathers, I had no idea. 23 presidents with Irish blood. And wait until you hear who actually printed the Declaration of Independence. Watch this.
As part of this great celebration, we also honor 250 years of cherished Irish American friendship and 250 years of fierce, proud, tenacious Irish American heritage. These are incredible people. Oh, I know so many Irish. They're difficult, though, you know. They're very difficult. And they're great politicians. You know, I was just told, right, that 23 American presidents have some Irish blood in them, right? Some a little bit, and some a lot. Right? That's a pretty big number. I don't think and nobody else competes with that. But out of the 56 signers of our Declaration of Independence, 11 were patriots with roots in Ireland. Back in July 4th, 1776, it was a son of Ireland who actually printed that sacred document for the first time. Who knew that? And it was also an Irishman who first read its immortal words to the American public, proclaiming aloud that we are all made free and equal by the hand of our Creator and endowed by God with rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness that came out of the blood of Ireland.
Did you catch that? 11 of the 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence had roots in Ireland. A son of Ireland printed that sacred document. An Irishman was the first to read it aloud to the American public. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness came out of the blood of Ireland. That is how you honor heritage. That's a president who knows his history. But while Trump celebrates Irish heritage right here, look what's happening in Ireland itself. It's absolutely insane. This video was just posted with a simple caption. Even a St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland is no longer Irish. I want you to watch this and tell me what you see. This is a parade in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day. Watch. Did you see that? A St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland, and it looks like anything but Irish. This is what the globalist agenda does. They don't just come for American culture, they come for everyone's culture. They want to erase national identity everywhere, replace tradition with whatever that was. Now compare that to what President Trump just said. He quoted St. Patrick himself, and it's absolutely beautiful. Watch this moment. President Trump quoting the actual words of St. Patrick. I mean, when was the last time you heard a world leader invoke the wisdom of a Christian saint? When was the last time you heard anyone in power pray like this? Now I want you to listen very closely.
But on this St. Patrick's Day, as we press ahead toward the opportunities that await, let us remember the beautiful words of St. Patrick himself. May the power of God preserve us. May the wisdom of God instruct us. May the hand of God protect us. May the way of God direct us. May the shield of God defend us. And may the host of God guard us. That's beautiful. Thank you. And today we add, may God bless the people of Ireland, and may God bless the United States of America. And it's great to be with you. Thank you very much, everybody.
May the power of God preserve us. May the wisdom of God instruct us. May the hand of God protect us. You see, that's leadership. That's a man of faith honoring a tradition that goes back centuries. May God bless the people of Ireland. May God bless the United States of America. Try finding a Democrat who would actually say those words. You see, you can't. And then things got real interesting. This was just captured moments ago behind me. President Trump met with Ireland's leader, and he brought up the one word that has Europe trembling right now. You're going to see Trump being Trump. It's classic. Watch.
It's a great honor to have Taoiseach Martin from Ireland, and somebody that we know, we get along with. We've had a very good relationship, and we continue, and we're going to have some big discussions today concerning trade, concerning lots of different subjects. We have a tremendous trade relationship with Ireland, and we'll keep it that way. I think it's going to be expanded very greatly. Probably they want to talk a little bit about tariffs, but I won't mention that. We won't bring that up. But you might want to be discussing that a little bit. But it's an honor to have you, and thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
I love it. We're going to have some big discussions about trade. Probably they want to talk a little bit about tariffs, but I won't mention that. And then he mentions it. That's the Trump we know, direct, honest, and funny. But here's what matters. He said the trade relationship is going to be expanded very greatly. That's America First diplomacy that actually works. But the very best moment of the day, Vice President Vance hosting the Irish leader and his wife for a St. Patrick's Day breakfast. And the personal touch here, his 4-year-old daughter, Mirabelle, upstairs. This is what American leadership looks like. Real families, real tradition. Watch.
Welcome to our home, and we're very grateful to have the Taoiseach of Ireland. Effectively, would you call yourself the Prime Minister as well, or is it just Taoiseach? That's a little controversial.
Not controversial, but others would like to call me Prime Minister.
Okay, all right. Okay, sounds good. So we'll call him the Taoiseach. I don't want to cause any diplomatic incidents today. Taoiseach Martin, his lovely wife, Mary, who were so kind to our 4-year-old Mirabelle, who's running around upstairs. We may hear her before she goes to school, but thrilled to have you here to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So to all of Ireland, to all of our wonderful Irish Americans, and everybody who just loves an Irish American, happy St. Patrick's Day. We're very thrilled to have this breakfast. This is one of my favorite traditions of being vice president. You get to have this breakfast with our vice president, with our Irish American community and a lot of our Irish friends. And so I've really had a great time doing this last year, and it looks like we're going to have a good time doing this again this year.
To all of Ireland, to all our wonderful Irish Americans, and to everyone who just loves an Irish American, happy St. Patrick's Day. That's Vice President Vance, a family man, a man of faith, honoring tradition while his little girl runs around upstairs before school. You see, this is the America that we're fighting for, not the woke nonsense trying to erase our heritage. So let me bring this all together for you, because what happened today tells the entire story. Now pay close attention. What you just witnessed. President Trump standing in the Capitol, teaching Americans about the Irish blood that flows through our founding documents, quoting St. Patrick himself, invoking God's blessing on 2 nations. Vice President Vance hosting a beautiful family breakfast honoring centuries of tradition. And meanwhile, in Ireland itself, St. Patrick's Day parades that look anything but Irish. That's the battle that we're in, folks. The Trump administration is preserving Western civilization while the globalist left tries to erase it. Oh, you see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you have leaders who actually love their country, who honor faith, who celebrate heritage instead of apologizing for it. President Trump just showed the world how you do St. Patrick's Day the right way, by remembering where we came from, by thanking God for where we're going. So if this video made you proud to be American, hit that subscribe button right now. Share this with every patriot you know. And leave a comment and tell me, what was your favorite moment from today? I'm Gary Franchi. Stay informed, stay free, and have a happy St. Patrick's Day.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now. You know out.